A book. Two books. A bunch of books. A stack of books.
Way too many books.
I guess. Hey guys, it's JD, I guess. And today, this is my first entry of the Read Up series, which I'll explain later. And today I am talking about books. So I'm going to try to make this video relatively short. The last one was super long. And plus, in my when I talk about books separately in my Read Up series, I will go into more depth on what I like about books, what books mean to me, and all that stuff. So I just wanted to give you a quick summary of what books mean to me. So when I think about it, books were probably my first love. Books have always meant something very important to me. I think my family was very, very avid readers. My grandparents have giant bookshelves full of books. Books kind of connect my family, and I think they connect the world too, because a lot of my friends I connect with because of books. But yeah, when I was younger, I would read Magic Treehouse, if you remember that. And I remember it was the first chapter book I read, and I loved it so much, and I read as many of them as I could. And then in elementary school, I read a lot. I read Sisters Grimm and Percy Jackson and Harry Potter, of course. In school, books were always surrounded. They'd always have us read in silent time. So that was cool. And then they had the Scholastic Book Fair, and they would hand out pamphlets. Yeah, and we would read them, and in them they would have the books, and you could sign up for them, and you could buy them, and all this stuff. And it was, books were so important back then, and I think my elementary school really did try to get us to read, although AR didn't really work, but that's a different story. Now, after elementary school, I did keep up reading in junior high, and in junior high, I read a lot of Hunger Games and Divergent, and that's when I started getting into John Green and teen fiction and young adult kind of stuff, more so than when I was younger. High school, I did read a little bit, and then junior year and senior year hit, and I read nowhere near as much as I wanted to, because school gets in the way, and you just have no time, and then it's just a whole thing. And so I haven't been reading as much as I should. Probably should have been reading more this summer, but I didn't. I still love books. I may not read as much as I used to, and I may not read as much as some people do, but books still matter to me. I think books teach us all lessons that we remember for the rest of our lives. I can clearly pinpoint lessons I've learned from specific books. For example, boom, Abundance of Catherines by John Green. So good. Love it. But this book taught me about being lost and about trying to find yourself, and how sometimes it takes some time to really figure out who you are. Boom, Will Grace and Relegation by John Green and David Leviathan. I think that's how you say his name. I don't know. Such a good book too. It taught me about acceptance, and it taught me to be unapologetic in who you are, and it taught me that we should appreciate all people. Boom, 13 Reasons Why. Jay Asher. TV show, it's okay. Book, amazing. Controversial? Yes. Love it? Yes. It taught me that we have to be careful with how we treat other people, and that our actions have consequences, and that life is precious and should never be thrown away. Boom, We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Don't really remember the lesson I learned. Probably something about expect the unexpected, but I wanted to put it in this video because I love it so much. Boom, The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Haven't even finished the book yet, but man, do I love it. It's about stuff I don't know. But the lessons I've learned so far: don't judge people by their circumstances. There are people going through things that you can't even fathom because you've never experienced in your life before. And man, do people have different perspectives in the world based on where they live, where they've grown up, and what race they are. Boom, The Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Way too many lessons to talk about here because there's so many of them. Something about love and family and acceptance and finding who you are and imagination and acceptance. And I already said that, but who cares? Oh no, I'm so sorry. J.K. Rowling, please forgive me. I didn't mean to do that. Boom, Looking for Alaska by John Green. Clearly I'm a stan for John Green. I have 3 books by John Green in this list. Anyway, Looking for Alaska, my favorite book of all time. So good, about death and comprehending mortality, and it taught me way too much, like how to cry in books, because that's what I did in this book, because it's so good, and just how to think about life, and how to think about everything. Yeah, so as you can see, books are so good. They teach you lessons, they make you think about life, they make you think about the world, very much like movies. Very much like other art forms. I mean, I'm kind of thinking that's what art is about. But anyway, books. Love them. Will always love them. Will always want a shelf full of them. Will always go to Barnes & Noble and buy them, even though I'm not reading them. That's how much I love books. Yeah, but I mean, this was the first episode of Read Up. And just like Watch Up, Read Up will be me going through books, talking about books I love, talking about characters I love, talking about authors I love. Talking about like issues that people have with books, talking about issues found in books, talking about trends in books, all this stuff, everything about books. And I hope you enjoy it. I think it's pretty good. I enjoy talking about books. They're one of my favorite things to talk about. So yeah, if you liked it, hit that like button and comment below about what books mean to you, what books you like, what you want me to talk about in books, whatever. Subscribe to, that would be kind of awesome. But other than that, yep. Until next video, goodbye, enjoy your life, read a bunch of books, they're good, they'll teach you lessons, they're awesome, and that's about it, I guess. And on a serious note, today is 9/11. We all know what that means, which is unfortunate, but I feel like today we all can come together and agree that there are some bad parts to this world. I think if we join together and we unite like this other days, then the world wouldn't be as bad. I mean, I think it's true for everything. But anyway, so I don't know. I'm glad of all the first responders, and my condolences to all the families who lost people on 9/11. It's really bad, but at least we can come together today.